Loading is now it's up. Yeah, the time is over. Now we have the special speaker of today's meeting. So she is giving the icebreaker speech. So we have a rule for the icebreaker speech. I think all of you guys know. After the speech, please stand up and give her applause. That is the rule of icebreaker speech. And in today's meeting, we have Toastmaster Ayushi, who is giving our icebreaker speech, and her speech evaluator is Toastmaster Tanishq. So first, I like to invite Toastmaster Tanishq to the stage.
Last but not the least, I'm the evaluator of Toastmaster Ayushi. Her speech title is A Little Bit of Everything, Level 1, Project 1, and Pathways Persuasive Influence. And timer, please note the timing will be 4 to 6 minutes. And her speech objective is introducing herself, build comfort with public speaking, begin development, begin developing basic speech structure. So I'd like to implore you all to please give her a standing ovation after she finishes her speech. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanishq. Guys, let's big round of applause for the icebreaker speech. A little bit of everything, Toastmaster Ayushi. Toastmaster Ayushi, a little bit of all this.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Ayushi, and I had absolutely no idea how to start this speech. And it's because it's my first speech, and it's supposed to be about me, so it made me a little anxious when I started writing a few pointers. I was like, do I even know anything about me to speak for 4 to 6 minutes? But I've been told that I should start with some truth, so here's some truth. I am a little bit nervous right now, and my heart is beating a little bit faster than it usually does. But I'm here, and I've learned that it's the hardest. So here we go. I grew up right here in Delhi, and beautiful and chaotic Delhi, right? So growing up, I was a very restless, very curious kid, asking why, what, where, when, etc. And at one point, my mom was like, "क्या का कोई जवाब नहीं होता है." She's like, "I have no answer for your questions anymore," which led me to study economics. Albeit it's a very glorified reason I tell to others and myself, but it was my mom who wanted me to study econ. And I did my bachelor's from University of Delhi, which I imagine to be the most beautiful, most Bollywood cinematic filmy college life. But all my dreams went right down the drain because COVID happened. But I did not let go of that dream. I was like, I'm going to do my master's. So I decided to do my master's in econ again from the UK. And that wasn't the primary reason. I always wanted to go for my master's abroad since I was like 13. Plus, I could push being employed for a whole another year. No meetings, no timelines, no deadlines, no managers. And you would imagine that, moving away from home, the hardest part would be to miss home, miss family, miss friends, miss the delicious food. But it was actually the unforgiving British winters. Oh my God, it's so harsh, it's so cold, and it's so windy. Your face, when you're like walking outside, your face almost feels like it's being pricked by teeny tiny pins all over. And yeah, but when you move away from home, there's a sort of self-awareness, some resilience, and some independence that you gain. And that's what I did. Now, the part that tends to flummox people the most is I hate economics. I do not like it one bit. I hate the mathematics, I hate the graphs in it, and you would imagine, I've studied it for 4 years, I've really enjoyed the subject. but I've been a very creative person at heart. I love to draw, I love to paint. Something to show as well. I love to do mandalas, so I did that. And professionally, I wanted to become an interior designer actually. And why am I not doing this like a whole another story? It's my mom. And, yeah, so being in a creative field makes me feel very myself, and I feel like I'm able to breathe, unlike the Delhi air. And the other half of me is actually very sporty. I love playing any kind of sports. Board games do count, by the way. Um, when I was a child, I was the first one to be downstairs as soon as the clock struck 5. Calling on my friends, come downstairs, we have to play, and any and everything. And even during school, I think I've played almost everything. I almost treated sports like a buffet. I played basketball, throw ball, volleyball. I did skating, swimming, and fun fact, I'm a national level fencing player. And to keep that part of me alive, I recently joined lawn tennis near my home. Even though I'm an absolute hazard to anyone on the other side of the net right now, but I'm getting the hang of it. And from all the sports I've played, all the paintings I've done, and the cities I've lived in, something standing up and speaking for myself, it was just something I kept putting off. So, and something I've learned is you can never learn from watching from the sidelines. You have to get in the arena and you have to play for yourself. And here I am doing that. So I'm a little nervous and genuinely very excited to become a better version of myself. Thank you.
Wow. That's great. Thank you so much. I hope all of you has agreed with me. I can see a tone of our eloquent speaker. Let's give her some feedback. Please write some feedback for wonderful, wonderful Ayushi. And timer, please tell me after 1 minute. I would like to request Take Master of today's meeting, please launch the poll and share it in our guest group. Let's please vote for the best prepared speaker. And voting for today's best prepared speaker, I think it is quite challenging. We have witnessed some beautiful, eloquent speaker in today's meeting. Thank you, all the speakers, for come together and participating in the stage. Wow. Timer, please let me know after 1 minute. Yeah, the time is over now. Are you enjoying Are you enjoying today's meeting? Raise your hand.
Yes.
Yes. Let's get back to today's theme of the meeting. Let me introduce you some art practice and their definition. Right? So, if so, anyone of you know foliage? Foliage means drawing leaves and trees in a scene, right? Plain air. Plain air means painting outdoors in open air. Live drawing means drawing the real life person. Gestures drawing is quick drawing of slow movement. Quick drawing to show movement. Urban sketching is drawing city or location. Still life is drawing non-moving object. Landscape is drawing naturescape. Figure drawing is drawing the full human body. Tonal drawing is drawing using light and dark. And perspective is drawing with depth and distance. Let me tell you the advantage of art in life. Art, so first of all, art makes our life better, happier, and beautiful. Art makes you happy. When you draw, paint, or color, you feel happy or relaxed. It removes stress, worry from your mind, makes your brain sharp. Art helps your brain to think, imagine, and create. It improves your memory and concentration, improves hand skill. Drawing and painting makes your hands more steady and skilled, improves your handwriting too. I think I need to art every day. Art teaches you increase imagination. Art teaches you how to think creatively and imagine new things. You start seeing a world in a different and beautiful way. It reduces stress. When you are sad, angry, or worried, doing art calms you down. It is like medicine for your mind. Art improves observation. Like what I said, the study. Art teaches you to look at things carefully. You start noticing small details in everything around you. Art connects people and culture. Art tells you the story of people and their culture. It connects us to our history and tradition. Helps in studies. Art helps in students to understand lessons better. Drawing diagram in science or maps in geography makes learning easy and fun. Art builds patience. Art takes time and effort. It teaches you to be patient and never give up. Art builds confidence. When you make drawing or painting, you feel proud of yourself. It builds your self confidence. Yeah. So this is my second session of TMOD. Now it's time for the table talking session, and I would like to invite the table topic masters in today's session. Can you please tell me the name of Toastmaster Johnny? Toastmaster Johnny. Actually, I forget to bring my phone. So Toastmaster Johnny is today's table topic master.
Suppose I burped during the session, please spare me because I already had a plate of chole bhature. So, am I visible now? So, good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, fellow members, and the guests. Art is defined as the expression of human creativity skills. But today, we are not using brush and place. We are using the most powerful tool of the spoken word. Every table topic speaker is an artist, and the stage is the blank canvas for you all. So let's see who brings more color over the stage. So I will call upon from the online guests only. I think one or two members available today. Sorry, on that. So who wants to come first? On the... Wait, Pastor Yuvraj. Cooking is often called an art. Tell us about a masterpiece or a disaster once you created in your kitchen.
Cooking is an art, and I don't know how to cook. I only know how to make Maggie. The simple and the easiest for me. So what happened with me? I was watching a movie on Netflix. Hum Tum. Raise your hands if you watch this movie Hum Tum of Saif Ali Khan and Rani Mukherjee. So I just took just cooking the Maggie, and I assumed that it took 3 minutes to cook the Maggie, but I was completely engrossed in that movie in that movie that I forgot that the Maggie got that yeah it got burned, and I was completely lost. And after and after the movie got ended, so I realized that it was my mistake, that it was a disaster in my life. That when you are lost in a romantic movies, you even forgot that something is on the something is kept in the kitchen on the gas line. But one lesson I learned is that one must maintain their focus. This, if you are watching any romantic movie, don't prefer to cook anything. Just focus on the movie and just focus on the one task at same time. Go to the table.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you for reminding us our college days. So who wants to come next? Anmol. Describe the art of relaxing. What does your perfect Sunday looks like? Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much, David Minister. My perfect Sunday. Well, today is a Sunday. And my perfect Sunday is sleeping at 4 a.m., studying for an exam all night, waking up at 8 a.m., going for an exam at 8:30, leaving for that exam after 11:30, rushing up to come at Invictus at 12. But as I came here, I was listening to Toastmaster Laksh, and he was talking about procrastination and just not doing things and doing things right. And what I sort of related to that is that procrastination is often related with the sentiment of, being a bit relaxed. And when I have this problem with me that I like to do things in an absolute like perfectionist manner, and sometimes I end up doing things in the perfect manner, but 90% of the time I just don't tend to do anything at all. So being relaxed is something that you should be at some instances. Like I talked about having good sleep last time I gave table topic, but you have to make sure that there is a balance. You don't go like all in on just relaxing, and then you just go like all in on doing your stuff. So if we sort of maintain a balance and equilibrium, That is the only way that we even achieve even close to perfection, because perfectionism is something which, at least for me, it doesn't exist, right? So being relaxed is important, doing your things right is also important, but what matters the most is forming an equilibrium. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. You want? So big round of applause for Toastmaster Ajay. Photography or painting, which captures a memory better?
Yeah, definitely. Photography or painting. Yeah, painting connects me more, or painting actually creates a memory for me. I still remember when I was in class first. I remember that was Tiranga Jhanda to me, no. So I am only good at that only in terms of painting or drawing anything. So I just made that, but I did not have color to fill that stuff. I had 4 to 5 colors, how to manage, but that Tiranga and that needs all the perfect colors. So I remember that there was a guy sitting just in front of me, just beside me. So I asked for colors to that guy, and I remember that he gave me sky blue color that I put in that Tiranga, and he gave me some other color I put in that, and somehow I made that. And trust me, in drawing, I got 0. And that was me. Come on. So, this is what actually sometimes shows me how pathetic I am in drawing. Instead, my brother is an artist, by the way. It's just like Anuj was talking before some time. And look at the huge difference. The guy with Tiranga Jhanda, or the guy, one is an artist in the same family. Huge difference is there. So, by the way, this is what actually creates a memory for me. I still remember that in the first class, the Tiranga Jhanda person. I am very bad. The worst subject of mine is definitely this. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. Thank you. So big round of applause for Toastmaster. Shraddha, the art of listening versus the art of speaking. Which one is harder to master? Toastmaster Shraddha.
The art of listening or the art of speaking, which is difficult to master. There is a platform for us to master both, right? To master this art of listening. What we all of us are doing, listening. What I am doing, speaking. I am mastering the art of speaking. You are mastering the art of listening. But out of these things, what is important? It is really important to master the art of listening. It's everything that is spoken to you does not need a reaction. You need not speak to everything and anything that is being spoken to you, because silence speaks louder than words. Sometimes when people are not feeling good, they want someone to listen there out there. And at that point, if you have mastered this art of listening, being quietly sitting and being there for that person who is going through something, you have mastered life, because for them you are a gem of a person out there. You are there. They might be flummoxed to with whom they should share their feelings, but you have mastered this art of listening. Even though if you what if you have had mastered the art of speaking, you would have had able to share your message with everyone. You might have created impact on the lives of a lot of people, but at that point in time, this art of listening has created that 1,000 times impact on that one person. So what is more powerful? What do you think? Art of listening or art of speaking? Back to you, Toastmaster.
So last, not the least, you want to come?
Me?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Or anyone online? Paras?
Do we have any online?
Huh?
Online.
Okay. The one guest is available. Rajinder, you want to take it up? Or
Yes,
Hargu?
yes, I don't mind. I'm the only one today, so I'm
Okay.
feeling the guest of honor feeling I'm getting here. So
Okay. Okay, Toastmaster Rajinder, if you had to draw a picture of happiness, what would be in that picture? Toastmaster Rajinder.
The picture of happiness for me would be an ideal state of perfect health, beautiful family life, and a career so that I can feel fulfilled, and also spending time at Toastmasters and like-minded people, because that's where we actually grow. So ideal life for me would be a balance of everything. And also there is this spiritual thing that we should attend our temples, or maybe you can go for yoga or any spiritual practice that could create balance in your body. So if I would sum it up, I would sum it up like this: your career, your family, your time among like minded people, and of course, health should be a priority. And spending time, and yes, of course, I love traveling too. So, traveling is kind of, meditation to me, because when we travel, we forget everything. So, traveling is also that creates an ideal life for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Rajinder. So, thanks to all the tremendous speakers, the way you have sketched the picture of the art without using the clay and brushes is really commendable. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster John. Over to you, Krishna, for this. Thank you, Toastmaster John. I think we had a wonderful table topic session. I would like to request the, I think Toastmaster Yuvraj is, Toastmaster Yuvraj, can you please share the
Yes, yes.
post? Please vote for the best table topic speaker. Toastmaster Shraddha, have you voted? Very nice. Toastmaster Rajendra, have you voted for the best
Yes,
table topic
yes,
speaker?
yes, I've
Thank,
done.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajendra. Timer, please let me know after 1 minute. 1 minute is over, timer. 5 seconds to go. Less counting. Oh, now it's time for the third segment of our meeting. It is very important segment. And feedback, it is time for the feedback. And feedback is a breakfast for champion, right? For this segment, I want to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Aman. Toastmaster Aman, please come to the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anuj. Now, as Toastmaster Anuj has already mentioned, we are in the third and the final segment of our today's meeting. It is about evaluations and feedbacks. First, we'll be proceeding with the prepared speeches. Then we'll be calling the auxiliary role players to explain their present their report. And finally, I'll be presenting my report. So let's start with the first evaluator, that is Toastmaster Rajinder, for the target speaker, Toastmaster Shirin. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajinder.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raman. So now, When Calm Speaks. What a great title. We all know anger shouts. So this title itself felt like comforting, as almost giving us insight into what's coming in. I really liked how she used the metaphor of uninvited guest to describe conflict. Starting with powerful question, Who should answer during conflict, our anger or our calm? It was a beautiful way of engaging audience. Also, the chocolate story made me crave for extra calories. And she calmly made us acquaint with understanding conflict resolution. And the best way is to walk away when you can't solve it, and don't waste time on simple and small conflicts. And then there was some methods of solving the conflict like fighting without shouting, disagreeing without disrespect, and of course, listening more. Her speech was full of many such lessons. She was calm, confident, great eye contact, good hand gestures, and only a few recommendations I would like to give her, that if she could have played with her voice modulation. For example, she could have used this sentence like this: when conflict knocks your door, don't let anger answer it, let calm answer it. So she could have played with the modulation a bit more. And then she could have taken some pauses at relevant places to stress the importance of certain points. For example, fighting without shouting, disagreeing without disrespect. In this way, her speech could have turned out more powerful. Rest, as always, she was graceful, calm, confident. It was a wonderful speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajinder, for your valuable feedback. Now, moving to the next evaluator that we have, Toastmaster Shraddha. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Tring, tring, tring. I will not take this call. I'm not here to gossip. I'm here to evaluate my target speaker. My target speaker started her speech with a good content. Her speech had good, well-structured content, a loud and clear voice. She also started a speech with calling her friend and ended it by getting a call from her friend. A good way to circle back to the same speech, to the same part, and telling the audience that the speech has ended. However, my target speaker could have use the starting very well, much better way by engaging the audience by saying the way I did tring tring. She could have said tring tring tring. I'm getting a call from my friend. Possibly it's for gossip. She could have done that to engage the audience more, because the first 2 to 3 seconds are the best part to engage as many people as you can. My target speaker did not make eye contact with the online participants provided as a hybrid club, so that can be ensured. Also, my target speaker was talking about time, or how her friendship with her friend changed over time. She could have used the stage better. She could have used it as a time travel stage. When she met her friend, how the friendship evolved, and how the friendship is now. It could have represented her engagement with the audience even better. However, my target speaker did use her stage to portray character. When she was portraying herself, when she was portraying her friend, she changed the position so that people understand that who is who. She also used voice modulation when talking about her different people to different people. She did lower down the voice when she was talking about her friend. When she said hi, her friend, who was a bit less talkative and a low shy person, she would speak hi. And how her voice, her friend's voice changed over time. How her friend became bolder. She portrayed that also through her voice. Hi, Tisha. So this helped the audience gauge that there are two people being spoken about. My target speaker also used hand gesture when she was showcasing the distance between Bangalore and Delhi, making it her words even more visual. All in all, if my target speaker ensures to keep eye contact with everyone, online, offline, and uses her stage strategically, and works a bit more on her starting of the speech, she can take her speech to the very next level. I wish you all the best for your upcoming speeches, and over to you, General.
Thank you for your valuable feedback. Now, next up for our third speaker, we have Toastmaster Anuj. Put your hands together for Toast. Ajay, my bad.
Definitely, actually, that's nice. The way I started is very nice. I love that. Okay. So, how many of you connected with the speech and enjoyed that story of procrastination? I guess this is what so much relatable, and we were actually connecting with. Oh man, he's not talking about a story. He's talking about me. I am the person. This is how I am doing. Okay, even I have registers of the plans that kept still, but the task is still standing as a task. That's what today my Toastmaster, my target speaker did actually. This was full of the connection. The speech was amazing, well prepared, well structured, and really connected with the people. And understanding the communication style that I could felt it is, I think, more humorous and definitely I love when sometimes he comes with the vocabulary he uses in his speeches, the quality of the phrases or sentences he uses. I love those by the way. Yeah, and one of it is it's comfort is temporary, the pain is permanent. And this was a beautiful, the best quote I would say in the speech. And yeah, his communication style was definitely, I found it's humorous more. And the story was that the connection was really good as the story was presented. And talked about really common problem people really face. People really have few recommendation I would actually say this. At the last, he could have some more questions with the people, just like I was doing the same thing in my life, and the task is still left the task. This happened to me many times. How many of you have the same things in your life? Maybe in your professional life, or sometimes you're planning a routine and all that stuff. And that would really help the audience actually feel that more. And a little bit, I would say that the vocal and that all could be a little more improved. It could be something like that, say, I have done all the plannings, everything, but the task is still the task. And maybe that the same thing happening to you and in your life. That could be, I think, that could be improved in such a way, and that overall, this was amazing. Sorry. Overall, this was amazing. Okay, it was actually so too hard still. Okay, but anyways,
Thank you for giving your valuable suggestions and feedback. Last but not the least, we have Toastmaster Tanish for the last contestant evaluation on the stage. You only had you round of applause? Yes.
Thank you so much, Master Abhi. Icebreakers. Icebreakers is not about introducing ourselves, the club. It's about breaking the fear of public speaking, shattering hesitation, breaking the ice of awkwardness, breaking the rules of self doubt, stepping into a version of yourself that dares to be heard. Toastmaster Ayushi's speech didn't look like that it's her first speech. She was so much relaxed as she explained herself really well. Her hand gestures were very good, and she knew that usage of humor will encourage audience and engage. She did a very great job. One recommendation, if she could have written a structured speech, her filler sounds could be eliminated. Although it was a very good speech, she landed very gracefully. As it is an icebreaker, no more recommendations are there, and every great speaker you admire once stood exactly where you are and showed nervousness but brave enough to begin. And kudos to you and all the very best for your future speeches. Thank you so much.
Now we are moving to the second segment of the general evaluation. Now I'd like to call the auxiliary role players one by one so that, yep, thank you for the reminding. Now I believe our tech master has shared the link in our guest group. I would request all of you to cast your votes for the best evaluator that we have. Timer, please show us red card after 60 seconds. Are we all done? Okay, perfect. Now, before moving to the second segment, I would like to request someone at the back to please shut the door. Thank you, Postmaster Anish. Now, let's begin with the auxiliary role players. First up, we have the. Let's go other way around this time. Let's start with listener and see how attentive you were. So, I would like to call on the stage Toastmasters Paras for the role of listener.
Thank you, everyone. Hearing is inevitable, but listening is intentional. So I'm here with my list of questions to check the attentiveness of the group. So the very first question was like Toastmaster Sangeeta met a famous personality last week. Who was that famous personality? Good. The next question is that Toastmaster Anuj, in the beginning of his speech, did pose few questions about certain aspects. What were those certain aspects? I can give some hint if needed. One of them was design. Yes. Ready? Yes. That's correct. The next one is Toastmaster Sharon discussed about two types of conflicts in a speech. What were they?
Bad conflict.
What?
Bad conflict. Yeah.
One was chocolate conflict and the other one was sparking conflict. Next is Toastmaster Twisha's friend Sudhiti pursued her education in which city? Do we have time? Toastmaster Laksh, in a speech about procrastination, did mention a productive list. What was that list? Yeah. Toastmaster Ayushi didn't want to pursue economics. She had an interest in different
Interior design.
Sorry? Interior design. So the last question, just anyone can give me 3 advantages of art in life. That was explained by Toastmaster. Makes us happy. Right. Absolutely. That would be all from my end. Thank you.
Now, next up for the role of grammarian, I would like to call Toastmaster Kishan on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, so first, I would like to share who all have used the word of the day, flummox. I might have missed someone's name, so forgive me for that. Now, Paras, Toastmaster Paras, Shireen, Laksh, Ayushi, and Toastmaster Shraddha have used the word from us. I might have missed something. And today, many outstanding words were used. Some of them were sulk, sleepover, procrastination, romanticizing, albeit, unforgiving, resilience, eloquent, commendable, inevitable. Now, phrases, some of the phrases which were used: conflict doesn't ask for permission while entering your life. Second is wisdom is choosing peace over conflicts. A statue is a new classmate, and opposite of procrastination is action. There were some improper usage of language. For one of them, one of those are to my shocking. It should be to my shock. It's an idiomatic expression. And someone used one of friend. It should be one of friends, like one of things or one of classmates. That's how we use this word. And there was one more grammatical error, that is all of you know. It should like all of you know, or someone used incorrectly. That's all from my side. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, next up, we will have our art counter. For that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Bhavani on the stage. Bring you to join our call.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. So, whenever we feel a little flummoxed or lose our train of thoughts, we start using fillers. But today, I have to say, I didn't see a lot of fillers used in today's meeting. Whatever I have noticed, I'll just let you all know. TM Shirin, although you paused a bit long, but there were no fillers that you used. It was very impressive. TM Ayushi, although it was your first speech, it didn't feel like it was your first speech. You did use a few and, but, so, but they were less than 5. So you can definitely improve on those. TM Twisha had a good control overall, and there were no filler words. TM Anuj was handling a big role, and you did excellent. There were a few ands used, but there were no or used. TM Johnny, none. TM Yuvraj, 2 R's. TM Anmol, again, excellent, none. TM Ajay, a mix of confidence and friendly fillers, like you use 3 R's, 1 so, and a few ands in evaluation. TM Shraddha, amazing. You were so confident during the table topic. I really adore the way you speak. And you use 3 R's during evaluation, but otherwise, very good. Excellent speaking ability you have developed, I would say. TM Paras, a few R's, less than 5. TM Laksh, so smooth. I was waiting for fillers, but I didn't find any. TM Kishan, also very nicely done. Just a few and an R. That's it. That's all from me. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani. Now, I would like to invite the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Sunny, to present his report.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I am here with my report. So let's see where all of you were on time. But I am happy to announce that all of you were in time. Moving on from the start, Speaker 1, Toastmaster Sirin took 5 minutes 45 seconds. Toastmaster Ravinder, her evaluator, took 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Toastmaster Tisha took 5 minutes 25 seconds, and her evaluator took 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Toastmaster Laksh took 6 minutes and 44 seconds, and his evaluator Toastmaster Ajay took 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Toastmaster IUC took 4 minutes 28 seconds, and her evaluator Toastmaster Tanis took 1 minute and 26 seconds. Our account of Toastmaster Bhavani took 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Kishan took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Parash took 2 minutes and 20 seconds. For table topic session, Toastmaster Yuvraj took 1 minute 22 seconds. Toastmaster Anmol took 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Ajay 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Shraddha took 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Rajinder took 1 minute and 20 seconds. And I took 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunny. Now, I would like to request all of you to give huge round of applause to all the auxiliary role players, starting from the timer, our counter, Gurve, and listener. And we have a listener. Okay. Now, let's move to the third part of the evaluation. My report. I would like to give before that, can we have other polls ready? Toastmaster Yuvraj. So I would request you to take out your phone and just quickly vote for the best auxiliary role player. Are we all done? Or do you need more 30 seconds? So Toastmaster Sunny, how much time do I have?
10 seconds.
Sorry?
10 seconds.
Okay. How much time do I have for the tour? Are we running on time? I believe we are, just to be on same page. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
we are on time.
On time.
Exactly.
Perfect. So I'll not be taking much of the time. Let's straight away dive into the overall meeting. So starting with the surgeon at arm. Meeting started exactly on time. That's something we all should be proud of, and it takes a lot of effort in the background to make the meeting start on the time, the setting up and everything. So that was good. The surgeon at arms started with quote and idea that was positive. So she kind of set the entire tone of the meeting. Mission was recited. However, I noticed that mission was not fully recited. It was just till the middle. It could have been completed, and the core values of the club was again mentioned. The housekeeping rules were also mentioned, and presiding officer was welcomed with introduction. There are certain recommendations or suggestions from my side. First would be to since we are a hybrid club, so I would request Surgeon at Arm to have a cross check the audio and visual for the members present online before starting the meeting, and also ensure that the door is shut so that the members are present fully in the meeting. And in the rule that we have, the housekeeping rule, that we should enter and exit during the applause and avoid, leaving the room in between the speaker is speaking, as it is disrespectful or it can cause distraction to the speaker. Now coming to the presiding officer, since today we did not have guests, so there was no requirement of guest introduction, so we can skip that. She started on a really positive note. She made us do little activity of clapping. That was something good and engaging to set the energy and the vibe of the club. And she made a very important announcement that renewal time is coming up. We all should be, working towards that. So that was a job good done. Now, next up, we have the TMOD. Again, very creative person, one of the most creative person in our club, without a doubt. And such an amazing theme it was. He also made use of the presentation that I really liked. And the the slides were also very minimalistic and aesthetic in the design. So we could see that, yeah, that's something he really enjoys and he has put in effort. So kudos to you for that and explaining us the different aspects that are related to the art, particularly drawing, sketching. Can we have huge round of applause? Now, I would like to move towards the table topic master. Now, the topics were relevant to the theme, and the topic had variety in it. And the table topic master also ensured that majority of the people who have not got role much big role or time stage time, they are getting picked and they are getting equal fair opportunity. So that was a job really good done. One suggestion from my end would be maybe once the speaker has spoken, you can add one or two lines. What are your thoughts on the topic and how did the speaker go about it from your end to so that the speaker at least feels that yes, the message has been conveyed and the audience has heard them. It will indirectly, I believe, encourage them to come next time for the table topics. Overall, you did a great job. Now, I would love to come back to the my tag team, and they have done a great job. So, starting with the timer, Toastmaster Sunny, what a meticulous guy he is. Okay. I see what you did there. So whatever role he takes, he gives, pays attention to the final details of it. That's one thing we all can learn from him. So the roles were explained well. Timing was explained well. But I noticed one thing was that for the table topics and the evaluation, you did not show the card. I would encourage the timer to show the card for better clarity for someone who's like new to the club. And second thing was your positioning on the stage was for the online participants. You are not clearly visible, so please be mindful next time. So yeah, next up we have the R counter. Toastmaster Bhavani, she explained the rule very well. We all could understand what the role is of an R counter, and she called out individual specific feedback. It was not very vague that yeah, it was like this or like that. She called out the individual's name that yes, you did not use any filler word. Yes, Toastmaster Anuj, you used couple of them, and so on and so forth. One suggestion from my end would be to give certain tips or techniques on how we can reduce the filler words. So that would be something for the audience to practice and take away. And next up we have the grammarian. So I really like how you started your role, how you explained it with a story, and that was a very relatable one of our favorite movie, Three Idiots. So you did that job really well, and you encouraged everyone to use the word of the day and show thumbs up. There are a few suggestions from my end would be that you can share it well in advance in the group so that we all are aware of it and we can practice it maybe a little bit of how to pronounce it or do a little bit of our homework. And one more suggestion would be if certain speaker is speaking, using let's say good words in rich in vocabulary or certain good phrases, you can call out their name. Yes, like Toastmaster Yuvraj, you use this word that was nice and things like that. And on the other side, if there was some improper usage of grammar, do not call out their name. This is the suggestion. And from grammarian, I also expect not only the word of the day but also idiom of the day. So moving forward, maybe we can also make that habit that we have word of the day and also an idiom of the day. So now coming to the listener, you did a great job. You had like a good amount of questions to keep us testing. That was a good job done. You explained your role really well, and yeah, no suggestion for you. and I can see that I'm now running little back on time. I need to. I'll just not go for the each and every evaluators. I'll just summarize the overall evaluators and then conclude with the overall things. So evaluators, you guys did a great job, I would say. Most of you followed the CRC approach, recommendations. So that always, leaves the speaker on a little better and high note so that they are willing to come back and give speeches. And most of the evaluators, they gave examples of how the speaker can improve their, be it with the stage movement, be it with their simulation. So that was a job very good done. And also the fact that Toastmaster Anish did not give more than one recommendation for the icebreaker speech was very thoughtful of him, I would say, very generous. Coming to the overall meeting, I would say there were no crosstalks in between, but that was a good job, guys, everyone. But I could notice that there was movement this time in this particular meeting a lot, and some of the members were standing at the back for reason best known to them. So maybe we can settle down a little bit and avoid the movement. I understand that at times it's important for us to exit the room. I would encourage all the people leave and enter the exit during the applause. And two people I would like to acknowledge and give huge shout out. One would be Toastmaster Raj for sitting there back and quickly preparing the polls and sending it across the group. And second, also, yeah, that's now and we have the second person would be none other than our beloved most of the day. I could notice every time there was like something he wanted to adjust on the screen for the benefit of a larger audience. He would not hesitate. He would just quickly come here and minimize or maximize the gallery view. So thank you for that. And yes, I think we are running on time. So everyone, good job. Over to the TMOD.
For general evaluation of this meeting, I think you guys have enjoyed the general evaluation. Just actually, I need your help. Just tell me whether I need to conclude the meeting right now and then the poll will happen, or first the poll will happen and then I will conclude.
You can the poll is already there.
The poll is already there. So let me conclude the meeting. I think there is Sangeeta, actually there is no one. So can we close the meeting, or there is actually no one?
Record.
So I want to share a few learnings of my. This is one of my favorite medium, that is watercolor. So just quickly, I will show few techniques. So yeah, but it is fun. So someday maybe I will show some of my watercolors, but not today. So you need, this is tools, papers, a watercolor, a soluble paper, this paper, and water, a good brush, and paint color. So you will find these cakes. So there is color. Don't mix the color here. Mix the color here. This is palette. Palette is given for mix the color. Okay. So and don't mix more than 2-3 colors. So you will lose the freshness of watercolor. So there are mainly two techniques. One is coat after coat, where you put the first coat and after it dried, you apply the second. And there is another which is alum primer. So you need to work on the wet paper. So I will show two things. Let me do very simple things. So one is this is quote after quote. So let me do this. And there is another which is alla prima. So I will add the shadow in the weight paint. So there is a light. In watercolor, you need to keep the paper white for light. And in the second one, like this coat is bright, and then I will add another coat. Yeah. So this is the two techniques watercolor. I urge you to buy some watercolor, buy some drawing stuffs for yourself, and it will be fun. It will fun actually. So when you do these things, it will be fun. One thing I will assure you. So all the best, and I have people who doesn't bring any stuff in today's meeting. Let me show you something. So where, yeah. So this is the online drawing website. So I will send you the link also. This is Chrome Canvas, Clay, Sketchpad, Krita, Canva Draw, Magma, where you can paint online. Okay. And yeah. This is free website.
You share the presentation.
Yeah, I will share the presentation. This is free website where you can draw. All these websites are very nice, very user friendly. I think in Magma, I think you will draw along with your friends.
You can collaborate on that.
Yeah, you can collaborate.
These paid for-
No. This is all of these are free. So if you have some time, you will try all this. It will be fun. And last but not the least, it's quiz time. Right? Very simple. So the quiz is very easy quiz. One is I will show you some paintings, famous paintings. You need to tell the name of the artist. Very nice. Or maybe you can tell the name of the paintings also. Okay, are you ready, guys?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Study nights.
Wow, nice. But please raise your hand first. Let me choose. Okay. Yeah. This is the question. Can you tell me where I will see this painting? Which museum? Wow. The next is the same thing. No. This is not even it. This is one of the famous paintings of a mustache painter. Do you know? Okay. No. This is my hymns. No, this is not her. Yes, he had long. No.
Oh my god.
Salvador Dali. The and the last one. Do you? This is a self-portrait of an artist.
Yeah.
Wow. With this, and there's another one.
Because
And can you name the painting? Can anyone? It is one of the famous painting.
Very famous.
Yeah. The name of the painting is Guernica. What? Guernica. And with this quote, I want to conclude this theme. Painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt. And poetry is painting that is felt rather than seen. This is by Leonardo da Vinci. Thank you so much. Thank you for this. I think it's the time for the result. Yuvraj, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you please launch the big three?
Yeah, there is also.
Okay. So we have the result, right? So I would like to invite our beloved President Toastmaster Sangeeta.
First of all, thank you, Toastmaster Anuj. I was already sharing this to him, like, could you teach me? And if you really want to stalk him, stalk his Instagram. There are so many beautiful paintings that I really wanted him to be my guru for this, because I feel there are many artists here. Like I've also seen Ayushi's painting today, and I think so Shraddha is also a painter because she was taking pictures. Okay, there are so many. So I think so. A little bit, like the basics, and I really love this. And this is dried now, and we all can see which one we like the most. Thank you, Toastmaster Anuj. It was a wonderful, wonderful session because I can't stop raving about it, and I would definitely think about it even while I'm at home. And now is the time for the results. I think so. We have got the results for the big three as well. Yes, we have got it. So gives me just 10 seconds to write the name. Yes. Now, before I share the results, I would want to ask all of you, have you seen any change in yourself in 6 months?
Yes.
We all have seen Johnny's change.
It's incredible.
Incredible. Seriously, today in like when he was a table topic masters, I really loved the confidence that was oozing up. You really need to share some tips to us because you were not scared at all, that we all can see. And definitely, we all have seen a lot of changes in ourselves. Therefore, let's renew and let's make our graph to the top and see what more can we achieve. Do not ever think that this is the end. Because there is a lot of time we think, okay, this is the best I am performing. A lot of people, when they tell me I influence them, when I look myself in the mirror, yeah, I can't. Because I know where I want to achieve. Your dreams are your dreams, and you only know where you all want to achieve. And trust me, there are 6 pathways, we all know. And I selected presentation mastery. I was like, okay, leadership, I'm already in a leadership position. What more visionary I could be, because I am doing so many things, and as Laksh exposed me today, I am a very bad procrastinator because I really don't want to do anything and I want to sit back and let the work complete by itself. Thanks for exposing me. I didn't expect this from you. And I still think, what could I achieve in presentation mastery? But let me tell you, when my PPT was there in front of the PM and he offered a lot to us, I understood this is a platform that really helped me, because I am not a person who would love to do presentation or would go for any presentation, because I feel it's a very boring thing. 3 pointers, what can you achieve with it?
But trust me, this platform, Toastmasters, has given me a lot, and I cannot be more grateful about it. Therefore, I would definitely want you all to continue. I'm not going to force any of you, but it is only for you. If you feel that you really want to achieve more, go for it. What's stopping you? I know dollars are very high, and before it reaches 100, let's renew it fast. Now, this is like the truth, because definitely after having the conversation with the ministers and all, rupee is not going, what to say, like, I don't want to suggest this, but yeah, it could hit more low. So it's better that we can renew ASAP, so that while in June or July it could go more. Definitely it will come down, but not in this moment. So let's renew, and the decision is yours. Now let's go for the results. The best speaker is someone who exposed me and all of us today.
Thank you very much.
There was a time when Laksh, who was already a very amazing speaker, he used to come with a mobile phone, and even though his confidence was oozing out, I could never feel that he could be nervous at all. But still, he used to look at his mobile phone or used to come and scroll. But I have seen the change. Have you?
Yes.
Have you seen your change? Now for best table topic speaker. Okay, we all were actively hearing, so it's Toastmaster Shraddha. And for the best evaluator, guess who was gonna exercise again? Toastmaster Shraddha. And now we have the best Ox role player. Who do you think it is? Us. Toastmaster Paras. Amazing. But let me tell you, the best Ox role player was definitely difficult for us to vote, because everyone was on fire. Whether, and yes, I just wanted to share. Toastmaster Kishan has already shared the word of the day on Friday. Therefore, I could understand a lot of people are not checking the messages. So what we could do is, if you are sharing the the word of the day, you could just select all so that we all can check it. Because definitely in the pile of messages it could hide, and could be some roles that we are trying to fill. So the word of the day or any other important messages get collapsed under a lot of messages. So yeah, we could do one thing. This actually helped us to know what change we can do. So we can just select all so that all can be tagged, and we know that the word of the day is this, and yes, idiom of the day should also be there. And now the big three role player. Who do you think it is?
Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Anuj. And with this, okay, oh, we are on time. That's so good. We are ahead. Thank you, all of you. So we can just take a picture, because we can just end the meeting here, and no one is there.